Good morning, everyone. Thank you for allowing me in to your home for a moment or two. I'm not, uh, I'm not here as a happy camper today, so I can bring you up to date as to what's happening in my life. I had plans to be going down to Guatemala on Monday for 7 days with 15 other members of our parish community. I had plans of having Mass at least twice a day in Espanol in Quilapa, Santa Rosa, and La Barrena. And but I am sitting in a wheelchair, and I must say that it's not one of my favorite things to do. I was being very impetuous on Sunday. Surprise! I was running from one thing to the other, and I either tripped, but I was running on the steps going down to the parking lot by the Welcome Center from the church and went flying. Thank God to Kurt, one of our parishioners, who, to the best of his ability, blocked my fall, but despite his best efforts, I broke my heel. So I'm going to be for a number of weeks in this wheelchair and in this boot. I've seen people in boots. I've seen people in wheelchairs. I've been sympathetic towards them. I've made room for them in the elevator. And now I'm one of them. And I suddenly asked myself the question, how can I get to Guatemala? And then my doctors, my friends told me basically, you're imposing on others. You're only going to make it difficult. God wants you to minister in Guatemala in a different way. So I'm going to be continuing my ministry, but this time it would be from a wheelchair. A wheelchair does not prevent me celebrating Mass, going to visit a school, meeting with teachers, doing funerals, and doing weddings. But I have to make accommodations, and I don't like doing that. I like to be in control. I like to tell God, have I got plans? And God is looking back and saying, your ways are not my ways, John. You better listen up, and these are my ways. And God's ways are continuing tomorrow morning with the coffee and donuts, where I expect to be present in a different way. Then we have again tomorrow mimosas and mingling for the young adults. They had a wonderful retreat last weekend, and thank God for that. 65 of them were here to spend time basically peeling the onion, getting to the core of what their lives were all about, and our life too. We had a great beginning to OCIA. We hope it grows. Over 30 people have registered already to be a part of that, knowing more about our Catholic faith, and many of them will make an intentional decision to be a part of us Roman Catholic family. So I will not be leaving on Monday. I will be staying. And SRE has begun, religious education. If you want to support the church, please do so. I will be giving you daily updates on Guatemala. I will be speaking to the people down there, and our people will speak to me about what's going on. So then I'll do a little sharing as I intended doing with you anyway. And please God, it will all come together in God's ways, not in Father John's ways. I love you all, and do say a prayer for me. One of our parishioners said, Father John, remember, healing is from God with the doctor's guidance and help. And so please pray for my healing, that I will not be here for months, but that I'll be able to get back on my feet again. I love you all. God bless you. I've learned the lesson. Don't run, use the handrail. Not a bad message for life.